It's midnight in California, 1997. Two men inside the vault quickly load cash onto carts, wasting no movement, then rush out with the metal carts. Behind it stands the mastermind, calm, focused, and in control. He picks up his radio and gives a signal. Number 6, all clear, drive in. The man in the truck picks up the radio, confirms, then starts the engine. He turns the corner, pulls up to a warehouse, and drives the truck inside. Two men rush out, quickly loading stacks of cash into the truck. A few seconds later, the mastermind quickly enters the security room, where another crew member is watching over guards on the floor. The mastermind walks to the monitor and removes the surveillance recorder bolted to the desk. He then picks up the radio, giving the signal to all the crews. We're on schedule. Get in position for exit. Both crew members rush out from the security room, get into the truck, and disappear into the quiet night. This is the story of the most seamless, perfectly executed heist America has ever seen. How did one genius mastermind and 5 experts, each with their own specialty, manage to steal $18.9 million in less than 30 minutes without leaving a single trace or witness? Until that morning, Alan Pace worked as a safety inspector for Dunbar Armored in downtown Los Angeles. The company moves cash for banks, and Pace had been on the job for about 2 years. His duties ranged from checking cameras to securing locks. He was responsible for keeping the facility secure, which also made him one of the few who knew exactly how to get in and out unnoticed. Pace soon realizes the advantage. Millions pass through the facility daily, but security is lax, with only 1 or 2 guards who do not expect trouble. As months pass, he struggles to resist the temptation, knowing life-changing money is within reach and ready to be taken. In early 1997, Pace made a fateful choice to pull off the heist. He planned to be in and out within half an hour with a fortune waiting. He began crafting a plan but quickly realized he couldn't do it alone. He needed a team he could trust, each with the skills to make the heist possible. He first reached out to Eugene Hill, a seasoned security expert known for his keen eye and calm under pressure, perfect for managing surveillance and ensuring no alarms were triggered. Freddie McCrary, another trusted hand with security experience, was tasked with overseeing internal logistics and handling any unexpected obstacles inside the facility. Terry Brown brought his own strengths to the team, assisting with timing and communications to keep the crew coordinated throughout the job. To round out the team, Pace called on Eric Boyd, a childhood friend with nerves of steel and exceptional problem-solving skills. His loyalty and quick thinking were invaluable. Finally, Thomas Johnson, brought in by Hill, was the skilled driver and getaway specialist, ready to navigate the escape route with precision and speed. The team was decided. They built a trusted crew, with each member playing a critical role. They weren't experienced criminals. Pace himself had a clean record, but despite that, he proved to be a mastermind. Using his job as cover, he photographed every inch of the facility. He mapped the cameras, learned their blind spots, and found ways to exploit them. He located the security tape backups, drew detailed floor plans, and studied shipment schedules. He knew exactly when the money arrived and where it was kept. For months, he built a perfect mental map of how the Dunbar Armored facility operated. Throughout 1997, Pace met with the crew regularly, teaching every detail of the plan. He took them on practice runs around the building so they knew it inside and out, including every street for a quick getaway. They had Johnson rent a self-storage locker to hide the money afterward. The crew also gathered equipment, ski masks, gloves to avoid leaving fingerprints, and weapons. The guns were there as a warning to discourage any resistance, but they hoped never to use them. While the company noticed suspicious actions such as tampering with vehicles, they never imagined he was planning the biggest heist in their history. To them, he was just a careless employee who didn't take his job seriously. They hadn't set an exact date for the plan, but that evening, out of nowhere, Pace gets a call from his boss. He's told that he is fired. This comes as a shock to him. The minute he hangs up, he does not waste a second. He calls his crew. "We're doing this tonight." The risk grew even higher. Any unexpected change, such as a new camera or a different security shift, could ruin everything. One way or another, their lives were about to change forever. The crew was ready. They had spent months preparing to pull off the plan perfectly. That night, all 6 men gathered at a house party about 25 miles outside downtown. They mingled with the crowd, making sure plenty of witnesses could place them there before quietly slipping away. Soon, they piled into a nearby U-Haul truck that Hill had rented earlier that day. Inside, the transformation began. They changed from their party clothes into black outfits meant for the heist, including ski masks and gloves. Pace handed out radios, pistols, and at least one pump-action shotgun. Shortly after midnight, the U-Haul reached the Dunbar facility. 5 men stepped out, leaving Boyd behind to wait with the truck, ready to move on signal. Pace led the group to the back gate and slipped inside using his keys. At this hour, only 2 security guards were on duty. One was just clocking off, while the other took his mid-shift lunch in the break room. The silence was broken only by the ticking of a clock marking the passage of 12:30 a.m. when suddenly the break room door burst open and 5 armed men stormed inside. The guard is too stunned to respond. With guns pointed at him, all he can do is raise his hands, likely realizing these men know exactly what they're doing. They never ask about his keys, a clear sign that this is no random robbery. At that moment, the break room door opens again. The second guard steps in, ready to leave for the night. Instead, he faces 5 guns pointed at him. Without his weapon, he has no choice but to comply. Both guards are quickly tied up and brought into the security office. In front of them, the monitors display every camera view in the building. Just as Pace had planned, the vault is wide open. In the vault section, 3 employees are busy preparing bundles of cash for weekend ATM deliveries. They move in and out of the vault so often that it usually stays open on Friday nights. Pace knew this routine well, which is why he always intended for the heist to happen at the end of the week. With the guards tied up and disarmed, Pace orders 1 man to watch them and monitor the cameras. The rest move quickly to the area where the employees are working, staying alert as they look around. Ahead, they see 3 workers by the open vault, busy sorting cash and unaware of how quickly everything is about to change. The operation moves with military-like precision. Pace checks in over the radio, timing every step. He follows a strict schedule down to the minute. No names are used, everyone is known only by a number. The employees in the vault don't notice anything until it's too late. The vault manager is focused on his work when movement catches his eye. Before he can react, a hand grabs his neck and pushes him down. The vault manager is quickly tied up. For a moment, he thinks he recognizes the leader's voice, but pushes the thought aside. All he can do is keep his head down and hope no one gets hurt. Moments later, the 2 other vault employees, both women, are told to lie down beside him. They are visibly shaken, tears streaming down their faces. Seeing their fear, one gunman quietly assures them they will not be harmed. It does little to calm them. But now, all focus is on the vault. Inside, several bins are stacked with cash. Pace knows exactly what is inside. Some hold high-value bills, hundreds or thousands, that would draw too much attention. The fresh bills are no good either. Their sequential numbers would be easy to spot. Pace points to a few specific bins packed with millions in low-denomination bills. That is what they want. He quickly orders his team to grab the bins and load them onto carts. They carefully push the carts out of the vault and through the building, moving fast but quietly. Once the money is ready to move, Pace uses his radio to tell Boyd, waiting outside with the truck, that it is time for the next part of the plan. "We're on schedule. We got 2 minutes." Back in the security office, one guard starts to panic, shifting and breathing heavily. The gunman, surprisingly calm, reassures him and offers to turn him onto his back. The guard nods, and the gunman helps him, promising it will be over soon. Soon after, the gunman turns back to the cameras, checking that everything is running on schedule. Down in the loading bay, the plan is unfolding perfectly. The crew moves like clockwork. The money goes from the vault to the waiting truck faster than it ever would on a normal day. Within 10 minutes of entering the vault, the job is done. The signal goes up, and they have what they came for. They are almost ready to leave. Pace kneels beside the vault manager, someone he has worked with for nearly 2 years, and takes his pickup truck keys. He quietly tells everyone to stay put, then heads back to the security office. He steps over the 2 guards and goes straight to a metal cabinet in the corner, where the backup recorder is bolted in place. The teammate watching over the guards quietly suggests that taking the recorder might be too risky. Still, Pace carries it out. He then looks over to the guards and tells them to stay put, warning them not to do anything for 20 minutes or try anything foolish. He then leaves the office and gives a quick nod to signal they are finished. With everything in place, it is time to disappear. Pace and Hill use the vault manager's truck to make their escape. The rest of the team drives the already loaded U-Haul to Johnson's self-storage shed. By 3 a.m., all 6 men are back at the all-night house party, 25 miles away. The cash is hidden, the equipment is gone, and no one seems to have noticed they ever left. They make a point to show their faces around the party before heading home. As far as anyone else is concerned, they were there the whole night. It was a near-perfect crime. 10 minutes after the crew left, the security guards freed themselves, helped the vault workers, and called the police. No one was hurt, but nearly $19 million vanished. It became the largest cash heist in American history. Evidence was scarce. Police found a broken taillight but no other clues. Security footage disappeared, and no fingerprints were left. The police saw that this was too perfect for outsiders. The robbers' ruthless efficiency showed inside knowledge. Witnesses confirmed they knew exactly where everything was, including the vault manager's truck, without asking. The investigation focused on someone inside. Alan Pace became a prime suspect. The vault manager knew him, and fired employees always draw suspicion. Still, Pace had a strong alibi, with multiple witnesses placing him at a house party both before and after the heist. Police watched him for weeks. Pace stayed cautious, avoiding big purchases, and gave his accomplices $100,000 each to spend in small amounts, knowing the money would need careful laundering. Pace contacts Los Angeles attorneys David Matsumoto and Joaquin Bin to help launder the money. But in exchange for $1 million each, they helped hide the stolen cash through real estate, front companies, and other investments over several months. But they still slip up. In late 1998, Eugene Hill buys a property paying cash but forgets to remove the cash straps tying the money bundles. The broker notices and calls the police. The straps are dated 2 days before the heist. This breaks the case open. Police find large payments to Hill from an entertainment company listing Pace as well. They link Hill to the U-Haul used in the heist and match the broken taillight lens to the truck. Hill is arrested in 1999 and quickly names Pace and 4 others in exchange for a lighter sentence. All are soon in custody. Thanks to Hill's testimony, Pace gets 24 years, Boyd 17, and the others 7 to 10 years. The attorneys laundering the money get 2.5 years. Only $5 million is recovered. The rest remains missing. By 2025, all have served their time but remain under watch, as $13 million still waits to be claimed in one of America's biggest heists.